So you're looking to get into the Instapoetry world. You've spent hours typing out your poems and now you're ready to share in the crazy world of Instagram. Thankfully, there's always room for fresh voices, but be warned, it's a vast and chaotic place. So where do you begin? Don't worry, I've been in the Insta game for a little while now, so I can give you a few pointers to get you started. So here's my 3 tips to help you find your feet. I know what you're thinking.
Who the f*** are you?
True, there are bigger accounts out there, but they're not making videos like this to help you, so you're stuck with me, I'm afraid. So let's get started with tip numero uno. Tip 1. Understanding the genre. Instapoetry has become a genre. Anyone that says it's just a phenomenon has clearly not realised how much it's caught on. So understand the genre. The key to Instapoetry is that it's short, concise, but it is still poetry if you do it right, in my opinion. If you don't know what I'm referencing, I did put out a video called Instapoetry, Good or Bad. I won't go into too much. You can just click here or here. I don't know if this camera's mirrored. Or I'll leave a link in the description. So, Instapoetry, you have, I would say, about literally 2 seconds. If you're scrolling through the home screen, you have 2 seconds to capture your reader's imagination. So it has to be short. I'm not saying it has to be, I just did say it has to be. There are exceptions, of course, where you get poets that post longer pieces and it still does well, but the general rule of thumb with Instapoetry is you want to keep it short to capture your reader's imagination. That's how it works. That's what I've noticed with my profile. The shorter the pieces, the more engaged people are. Tip number 2. This is one of the tips that I wish I knew when I first started out. Curating your posts. There is a website called Canva. It's a free software. Of course there is a paid side to it, but I just use the free software where you can design your own Insta stories, Insta posts, and it kind of sets out the dimensions and templates for you. I will quickly switch to my laptop and we will run through some examples. Okay, so this is the home screen of Canva. As you can see, we can create design, animated social media. This is new actually. Instagram post, Instagram story, YouTube thumbnail, etc, etc. So we're going to quickly go on to Instagram just for the sake of showing you how to use it. As you can see, it's already set up with the correct dimensions for an Instagram post. Whilst editing this video, I don't know if you noticed in the intro when I was scrolling through, I actually missed a poem. I didn't even register that I'd gone past it because it only had a plain black background, so it didn't capture my attention, which is why I only stopped when I came across JM Storms. So this is what I'd recommend doing. Find something, you can just Google free scroll background or whatever. Find something with lots of colours and texture that will really grab your eye. As you can see down here, what I usually do is post my poem straight from the typewriter, but I might change it round because actually the ink gets smudged in my typewriter and it's hard to see. So even I'm still learning, but let's go with this now. Add some text. This is where you'll put your poem in. Subscribe and follow. Obviously you'll put a poem in. This is just a little joke. But please do, because I need validation. Anyway, there's your poem, blah, blah, blah. If you like, you can throw in other elements, but be aware, this isn't Photoshop. This is the free version. I don't know what the paid version will be like, but you can put something in there if you like, or throw in some graphics. That's cool. Peace, man. You know, do whatever you like. Get really creative. I don't know. Let's throw it up there. And then you just click download and upload. And that's as easy. That's easy. That's it. So yeah, let's go back to the video. Tip 3. Appreciate your readers. In this day and age of social media and everyone becoming an influencer and whatever, there's so much around. And, you know, just appreciate your readers. They take the time to comment and like on your posts. Personally, I have the best fan base, in my opinion. I love them very much. They always comment, they always send me inboxes, messages of support and stuff like that. They've been through it thick and thin with me, and I think it's very important that you nourish that and create a community, because there's so many people who just don't want to know, really, and I don't think that's right. So tip number 3, nurture your readers.
I liked your video, so I liked it, but I want more cheap speed.
Okay, before we get into the next 2 bonus tips, I just wanted to let you know about a free PDF that I'm giving away. So if after watching this video you're ready to make something of your Instagram and start sharing, but you don't feel too confident with your writing technique, say you don't know how to write a sonnet, or you don't know how to write a haiku, or even free verse, the first link in the description will take you to a download link where you can download a free PDF, which people are usually paying for on my website. But because you're here on my YouTube, I want to give it to you for free. So head there, it'll explain everything about being a poet, including writing sonnets, haikus, free verse, and other little things as well. And I wrote it simply, and so it's easy to follow, easy to read, not too academic. So with that being said, let's move on to the 2 bonus tips. Bonus tip number 1, hashtags. No. Yeah. Bonus tip number 1, hashtags. A big part of Instagram and of course social media in general is hashtags. Unfortunately, this channel isn't about growing social media or anything like that. It's a poetry channel, but I do have a friend and my mentor, Dominic, who has made a very in-depth video about hashtags, and his whole channel is about social media anyway. So that link will be in the description to his hashtag video, so check that out. Bonus tip number 2, that's 4, 2. If you're a regular viewer now, you would have hopefully seen my other 2 videos so far about finding inspiration and my 5 tips for writing poetry. The first tip in both those videos is reading and dissecting the work of others. I'm sure you're tired of hearing me saying that, but this is no different. Follow poets that you enjoy and you admire, and try and learn from them as well. My 2 go-to poets on Instagram are Bronze the Poet, who's an amazing guy. He has sent me messages of support for quite a while now. He's a really nice guy, really genuine guy. His work's great. He's also got a YouTube as well where he posts poetry. If you don't know what poetry is, it's sort of like a music video for poetry sort of thing. And he's got some very inspirational stuff on there too. So check out Bronze. I like Bronze, and if you're watching this, brother, I really appreciate your messages of support. The second poet that I want to feature, I guess, or share with you is the Poetry Bandit. Again, I love his work. He is really nailing the whole Instapoetry genre. Short, concise, it's got soul to it. He's very popular. So thank you for if you're watching this, thank you for giving me permission to share your profile here. Also, someone to check out is Storm. I really love his work. He's got a similar style to me and very soulful work. So those are 3 profiles for you to check out, and those are my 2 bonus tips. Thank you for checking out this video. If you found it helpful, don't forget to follow me on Instagram @AdamGary. Also, if you feel like you need some inspiration to move forward, check out this video on this side. And if you want to know a bit more about my thoughts on Instapoetry, whether I like it or not, check out this video down here. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on notifications, and I'll see you next week.